Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Theory of Racelessness YouTube channel. If you'd like to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. To get even more involved, feel free to leave us a comment down below and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. Now, enjoy the video.
In America, racialized Black people have made the best of their racialization, right, and of their existence in a society that racializes them as Black, and by extension as inhuman. That people have made the best of it and have thrived in the face of, I think, attempts at annihilation and all the things, doesn't mean that there's something positive about the thing in the beginning or from the outset. So I actually really appreciate what you said, because people are and people do experience racialization differently, and that's what lends to the difficulty of our work, which we both help people turn a critical lens toward that thing called race, right? And because people come at it from different perspectives and very subjectively, it can make people feel like you're attacking them in a way, right? Or that you're trying to strip them of who they are. And especially if it's something that they really love, right, and honor and revere about themselves, helping people disentangle those positive views to still be able to interrogate the thing in the first place. I feel like that's the biggest mountain that we have to climb.
Yeah, a prime example of that is the ongoing debate about the Confederate flag. You know, we know the history of the flag, but we don't know the people's experiences with the flag. And all of the experiences are valid and viable experiences. They just don't happen to be in alignment with each other. And because they're not in alignment with each other, you can't come to a collective decision in a way that moves the country forward. People are coming from entrenched positions. Both positions are right from their experience. If you identify as white and at your earliest formative years, you grew up in a family that had that flag plastered all across the wall, and it's been associated with loving parents who fed you, clothed you, protected you, it's going to be really hard for you to be objective about that flag. You know, it's going to be very difficult for you to go back and look at the truth about what that flag represents when you have experiential data that says, my people, my family is loving, my friends are loving. You know, that flag doesn't mean that to me. And so there begins the dissonance in the conversation. And because people are trying to outwin each other for their experience, for the validity of their experience, never do the twain meet, never shall the twain meet, because, you know, my experience is just as valid as yours.
Speaking of experiences, so traditionally race ideology in the US has operated in a way that dictates what it means to be Black and what it means to think Black, what it means to be politically Black, culturally Black, socially Black, all of that. And as a result of that, people who have thought outside of what we can call mainstream arenas across the board have been excluded and marginalized, especially as it pertains to having alternative philosophies of race or different ideas about how to solve and resolve racism. Have you experienced anyone questioning your authenticity or questioning your experiences or insisting that your position isn't a viable one for X, Y, and Z reason that you find to be indicative of some of this marginalization that I'm talking about here, or even resistance. I can't say that the marginalization is coming from a place of malice, but it happens because there are sincere beliefs and convictions that people have as it pertains to race ideology. Have you experienced in your lifetime any of that, or a lot of that?
Every day. Every day. And that's why I stay in a clinical mindset. Race ideology is an ideology replete with trauma. And when I speak from that perspective, some people get it, but a lot don't. A lot do not connect with race ideology from a perspective of trauma. But ultimately, that's what this is about. There's a lot of emotional, psychological hurt and damage associated with these issues. And it doesn't matter your social economic status, which identity you choose, your occupation, your pedigree. No one wants to really talk about race because it creates an inherent stress just thinking about talking about it, which is another genius component of race. Make it difficult to speak about so that it can go on and continue to do what it was designed to do. And so now here I come, and here you come, right? We're talking, well, hey, how about just kicking race down the road? How about imagining life without race? How about that? Now, based on that person's experience, their mindset, their psychological predisposition, some are going to say, enterprising idea, Dr. Mason. Other people are going to go, what you talking about, Willis? Or worse. And then they do go quickly because in my first book, Beliefs Limiting Authentic Cultural Knowledge, there's an opening page on there that it's kind of a mantra that says beliefs are more powerful than facts. And race ideology is a belief system. So just because you're coming from a therapeutic platform of experience and evidence-based practice, or you're coming from a PhD platform with your skill set, don't think that that's going to automatically overwin a person's belief system. You can have the history, the accredited peer-reviewed documentation and research and all of that, and set it down in front of a person. And if their belief set says, no, it's this, your facts aren't going to overwhelm that person's belief system. You're going to have to use a different approach to even begin to get that person to see or be willing to entertain your perspective. And that's why I like using this therapeutic platform, because it comes from no judgment. It accepts people where they are. It doesn't try to tell you you're right or you're wrong. It leaves the space open. As a therapist, I don't want you fighting with me. I want you wrestling with the thoughts inside of you. And often what happens when you get in these type of conversations, when you have a really valid point, the person that may offer you resistance is looking for the easiest way out. If you put yourself in the way of that, you're that door out, because now they can focus on the controversy with you rather than with the actual concept that you're discussing.
Yeah, it's crazy making in a way, because race.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel and keep the conversation going. For more theory of racelessness, you can follow us on Twitter @Racelessness or use the link in the description box down below. We hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, there is still so much more to come. Until then, thank you so much from the Theory of Racelessness. Have a great day.